Good morning, everybody. Happy Leap Day. I want to talk today. I had a suggestion for a video, a little different from the Giants and the Smalls here, but this is a video from Terry Butler. He wanted me to talk about keeping it simple and how we have a tendency to complicate things. I'm going to wing this a little bit just to keep it simple. I didn't do a lot of research on this because there's not a lot of research to be done on it. It really is a formula for life of not complicating things. I think of I think of all the things that we create rules for. So as we create groups and we start making in groups and out groups and all these things, we look at politics, religion, and we start creating rules. So if you want to participate, well, you got to follow, here's rule number 1. And then somebody else comes along and they're like, here's rule number 2 and rule number 3 and 4. And then all of a sudden you've got hundreds of rules. I mean, look at the numbers of laws that we have as a society, thousands and thousands. And a lot of them, we don't even know what they are. I think there was one, something back east, I'm making this up actually, that if you steal ice cream on a horse, you'll be hung. I don't know, just something random. But we complicate things. And so life is fairly simple. To be happy, they did a study a while back on income levels, and they found that over $70,000 a year didn't really impact a person's happiness level. And so it wasn't a matter of money. Abraham Maslow talks about the hierarchy of needs, and he talks about the most basic needs that we have to meet are food and shelter, and then security. So those are the basic needs. If we meet those, then life can be pretty happy. I've been in third world countries, like in Bolivia, where these people had dirt floors. They were sweeping their dirt floors. They'd throw water on it to keep the dust down, but they'd sweep their dirt floors. Man, they'd invite us over to eat dinner, and they didn't have much. They'd have some bread and some milk, and they were happy. They didn't have anything, and they were happy. And here in our society, we keep competing with people, and we got to have the next best thing, the next big thing. We got to do it right. We got to follow all these hundreds and thousands of rules that we've all created for our society for things to work. And it just complicates things. It doesn't have to be that complicated. It's simple things, little behaviors, little activities that have the biggest impact in life. I love Neil Armstrong. Is it Neil Armstrong? I might be off here. The guy that landed on the moon said, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, for humanity. That small step was a big impact for our world. Just go with the concept of that. The idea is that little things make a big impact. Terry Butler mentioned coaching. When you go into a coaching conversation, people they think they have to get all these degrees and certifications, and I did it. I fell for that. I went and got a master's degree in industrial organizational psychology so that I could feel smart enough to coach somebody. I've used that exactly this many times in a coaching conversation. And so really, how complicated does it need to be? I've seen people succeed without degrees. What the coaching client wants to know is, can you help me? At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Terry brought up an interesting point of, man, ask them questions and have them help you come up with the answers. They'll tell you what they need, but at the same time, you can move them along in a direction. But it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to get graphs and charts and all this stuff out to serve somebody. You just have to be present with them and help them. Rocky Sands, man, how are you? From high school. Good to see you. Amy, good to see you this morning. Ryan, good to see you. Who else do we have on here? We got some other people. I'm not seeing names yet, but good morning. As you go out through the day, think of the most simple action you can take to be happy, to be satisfied with your life. You don't need much. Beyond food, shelter, and security, there's not much that you need to be happy. The rest is a bonus. And so the sense of belonging that comes next on the hierarchy of needs, the self-actualization that he talks about, those are first world things that we worry about. In every other country, they don't really get a chance. A lot of people don't get a chance to even worry about becoming a YouTube star or becoming famous. They're satisfied and happy with putting food on the table and having shelter and security. Now, I'm not shaming. Don't take this that way, because that just creates another rule for this, and I don't want to do that. But what I want to plant in you is that it's simple things. It's keeping our behaviors and our activities simple that create the biggest changes in our lives. Would love to hear your thoughts on this. Share in the comments below, and then if you have other thoughts, share those. If there's other videos that you want me to make, do that. I think I'm going to wrap it up there and just keep it kind of short on this one. But I hope you guys create an amazing day today. Again, happy Leap Day, and I'll see you on the next video.